A couple things regarding jury duty that people may know, may not know, and if you don't know, maybe this information can help you. Each state is different on their requirements, so you would really have to check with your state on what those are. In my state, which is Maryland, jurors are chosen at random. So they can draw your name from driver's license, voter registration, anything that your name is registered with the government. And you would report to the courthouse after you get a letter. You'll get a letter in the mail. It'll give you your juror number, time to call to see if you're needed, where to go, etc. Once you're in the courtroom, you're sworn in with all the other jurors. There was, I'm guesstimating, maybe 175 of us is what I'm guessing. I know there was well over 100 of us that were selected and for that day. And all of us were sworn in as potential members of the jury for the upcoming trial. You'll go through a procedure where the judge will ask some questions, then they'll get more into detailed with your answer at a later time, and then you get to the point where each side of the prosecuting attorney and the defense attorney can ask questions and also either accept you as a juror or excuse you as a juror. Don't be offended if you're not chosen. It all depends on each attorney, whether or not they think you would help or hurt the case. How long you serve, most trials can last 1 to 2 days, and you can get more high-profile trials that can last longer. Did you hear my dog? I don't know what her issue is. Come here, girl. Come here. No, you don't want to say hi? You don't want to say hi, Cooper? You want to say hi? Say hi! That's Cooper. Okay. So anyway, it all depends on the actual crime or whatever it is that you're doing for the trial as to whether how long it's going to take, how many witnesses there are to call, etc., etc. If you are employed, some people ask, well, what about my job? Well, legally, your employer cannot fire you for doing your civic duty for jury duty. They do not have to pay you. Now, you do get paid as a juror. They pay you daily, at least in Maryland. You get paid each day you're in there. Your employer does not have to pay you. It's their choice as to whether or not they want to make up the difference from what you get paid with jury duty and what they want to pay. So, okay, your employer cannot fire you because you're on jury duty. If you're a juror for 1-2 days or even over a week, they can legally not fire you for that. Now, they do not have to pay you for that time. You'll more than likely have to take like personal time off or a vacation day or something. You may get an employer that's maybe super patriotic or whatever and will pay you, but you don't know. As I mentioned too, later in the video, I suggest that you bring a book or bring something to keep you busy. It is a very long and boring day. Now, If you are called for jury duty and you do not show up, you can be fined. They can put a bench warrant out for your arrest, and you serve so many days in jail. But when it comes to jury duty, it is not something that you should take lightly and not show up. You have to show up. And you know well in advance when your jury duty time is. So you have plenty of time, excuse me, plenty of time to work things out with your employer. If you've had vacations planned, if you have a disability or something that you are unable to serve on a jury, you have plenty of time to let the court know for your absence to be approved. It's not like you can just call in and say, "Oh, I've got a vacation coming up next month." You can't do that. Everything has to be in writing and has to be approved by the court. If you have an emergency, they give you a number that you can call the court. Emergency as in a death in the family, a sudden illness, an accident, something like that. You have to immediately notify the court, and they do give you a number on who to call. During the trial itself, when you're in there, how the trial works is they'll select they'll select the jury, and then they select 2 to 3 alternates. So that way, if somebody did have an emergency, there's somebody there that could take your place. They'll also appoint a 4-person that will, be a head of the jury that will read your, that will read the results. You'll hear opening statements from both sides, defendant and the prosecuting attorney. They'll present evidence. You'll have witnesses that'll come up. You'll have closing arguments, and then the jury will meet, and then when that's done, they'll give the verdict of whether guilty, not guilty. Okay, some quick do's and don'ts for the trial. Do make sure you arrive on time. Pay close attention to all the witnesses. Anything that is being said, pay close attention to. You will get a paper and tablet to write things down. Please write things down. Do not get any information about the case from news media or any outside source. If you do hear another juror or somebody discussing the case outside of the court, you have to let the judge know, because information, you can't talk about the case, not even to other jurors yet. When you talk about it, or you hear other people talking about it, or you read what's in the news, that may not be correct information. You know that little game you used to play as a kid where one person tells the person next to him a word or a sentence, and then that person tells the other person, and by the end of the time you get to the end of the line, it's a totally different sentence. Well, that's like this is too. Don't make any judgments until you hear the facts and actually see the evidence, because you can get the wrong information and you can either send an innocent man to jail or a guilty man free. So don't try to be Mr. or Mrs. Detective and try to find things out on your own. You cannot do that. Now, after the verdict, after the jury gets together and you get in there, don't argue, don't fight, be kind, discuss like an adult. Don't start arguing like you see on TV sometimes when they get in the jury room and they start acting all stupid and everything. Discuss things out as adults and be kind. And then after the verdict has been announced, then you can discuss the case however you wish. So remember, during deliberations, work out your differences with other jurors through complete and fair discussion. Listen to their views. That's very important. Listen to their views. Listen. People need to listen and not just hear. You gotta listen. And that there is pretty much it. Now, coming up next, it will be yesterday as I was driving to the court where I was giving my opinion and my experience of what may make your day a little bit more comfortable. So, again, anybody out there that has had jury duty, that has any hints or advice, put it down in the comments. Let's help other people get through this too, because it is very physically and emotionally exhausting. So let's help people understand what's going on, make things more comfortable for them, and let this be an easy process to do. All right, guys, I have a few more minutes. I got to finish getting ready and got to head down the road. All right, guys, you all have a great day, and I will see you at the end of the day. Hi, friends. Karen, Eclectic Butterfly. Right now, I am getting ready to head to the courthouse. I've been called to serve my civil duty as jury duty. So I guess we'll go in here and see if I get picked to sit on a trial or not. But I am on call this week. So we shall see. I will keep you updated. Well, guys, 8.5 hours later, and your girl got chosen. So I will be serving on the jury starting tomorrow. So I doubt you're going to see any content this week because they're saying it's going to be a 5-day trial. So I don't know, maybe I can do a short or not. It all depends. Right now I am exhausted. I'm going home. Morning, guys. It is day 2 of jury service. Yesterday we went through the process of picking the jury for this case. And today is day 1 of the trial. So hopefully it won't be as long a day today as it was yesterday. Okay, guys, I will check in later. See ya. Well, it's almost 5 o'clock. Day 2's over with. My back hurts. My feet hurt. My butt hurts. Everything hurts. I'm tired. I will see you guys tomorrow morning because I'll be back at it again. I could tell today is going to be an interesting day. I just went ahead and did my intro, went to turn it off, and I wasn't even recording. Oh well, it's a beautiful day out today. I would really rather be home. I do have a lot of stuff I have to do, but got to do my civic duty. Head to the courthouse. And just hoping this trial does not go into next week. But if it does, it does. think about me today. Say a prayer for me. I know you won't be seeing this until it's already over with, but you can still say a prayer for me, because by the time I get out of there, every part on my body is hurting, especially my rear end. All that sitting, guy next to me, he started to fall asleep. Actually, he did fall asleep. The judge is like over there, like motioning, so I had to tap him and wake the poor kid up. Oh well, it is what it is. So you all have a good day. Stay blessed. See you soon. Morning, guys. Karen, Collected Butterfly. Today is day 4 of jury service, but only day 3 of the trial itself. Praying, fingers crossed, too, that we can wrap things up today, get into deliberation tomorrow, and this be over with. But there is a lot of mind-blowing things that we as jurors have to take in to figure out, just to figure out. So, but hopefully it's done this week. If not, it's going to go into next week. Hi guys, yes, I am on my way to jury duty, and while driving here, I got to thinking I had to share my experience with you on to why people are such a rush to get through. Did you see a car pass me? And they're still going slow. And I hate people that are in such a rush. They're the type of people that cause accidents because they're in such a rush. Anyway, putting the train back on the track, I would suggest comfortable clothes, bring a book, a laptop, just bring knitting. There was a lady there that was knitting, one was crocheting. Bring something to do. Be comfortable, because it's going to be a long, tiring day. They do give us a notepad and pen in an envelope, that while we're in the jury box listening to the trial, we can write down notes, which I highly, highly recommend. If you are able to listen and write. Any key points, write them down. I know in my experience, there's a couple things that I'm glad I wrote down, because I can compare it to other witnesses and go back, do a comparison. Highly recommend taking notes. We are put into a jury room. It's a small room. It has our coffee, our water, our bathrooms. We are not allowed to leave that room for anything. We are stuck in there, except for lunch break. We get like a half hour, 45-minute lunch break that we are allowed to leave, but we are sworn in again to not talking about anything. So, for jury duty, actually sitting in the juror box, I would highly suggest, again, comfortable clothes. Like they say, no jeans. So I've actually worn stretchy dress pants and today I am wearing sneakers, because yesterday my feet were swelling, and at least this way with tie shoes, I can untie my shoes, or loosen them at least. Stretchy pants, because all that sitting and stuff, you get to a little swelling. At least I do. Just be comfortable. Look nice, but be comfortable. Just hope and pray also that you have a strong stomach, because there are some things you may hear and evidence you may see that you don't want to see, but you have to see. So prepare yourself for that. Again, bring a book for down times that you're sitting in the juror room. Yeah, you're in there with all those other jurors, but there's always an awkward silence. You're not there to make friends. You're there to do a job. I would also advise not to drink a lot, like coffee, water, eat a light meal, because when you're in that jury box, I mean, unless it is a definite emergency, you can't just raise your hand and say, hey, can you stop the trial? I gotta go pee. Other than that, being early, wear comfortable clothes, wear comfortable shoes, bring a book. Lady on the side of the road, I have no idea what she's doing. I hope she's, I don't know, flapping her arms around. I mean, she looked fine. She just looks like she's either very happy or she's on something. Sad. Anyway, train back on track again, girl. Train back on track. Okay, so eat light, don't drink a lot, wear comfortable shoes, wear comfortable clothing, bring a book, like a Kindle or something like that. Take notes. Lots and lots of notes. Try not to fall asleep like my fellow juror did. And pay attention. Do not go in thinking just because the person is accused of something that they're guilty, because it's not necessarily so. I guess that's about all I can think of right now, but if I think anything else, I'll pop in and let you know. All right, turning in. See ya. Hi guys. Well, the trial is complete. I just got home not too long ago. It's a little after 6. Another long day. Yes, I'm tired, sore, exhausted, mainly mentally. It was a hard day. We have to come to decisions on guilty or not guilty of charges involved, not only by visual evidence or any of the evidence that's brought before us, but also legal terms by definition. And it's hard to have someone's life in your hand. I feel sorry for the defendant. I know people don't always make the right choices, but there's always consequences, unfortunately, to any choice you make, whether it be a good choice or a bad choice. My heart goes out to the victims' families, that they can have some type of comfort. What's going on? I really wasn't sure I was even going to post this part of the video, but it's real life. It's what happens. And unfortunately, sooner or later, every one of us is going to have to go through this, being chosen for a trial, whether it be a civil or criminal, something as small as like burglary, robbery, drugs, up to trafficking, murder, whatever the case is. So, really at a loss for words right now. I really don't know what to say. So I'm just going to end it here, let you know that it's done. We came to the conclusion of the charges. So, I hope you guys all have a good day or night. And thanks for watching. I do hope you get some tips from earlier that I posted, preparing for jury duty. It is both physically and mentally exhausting, so just be prepared for that. But anyway, to my grandkids, I love you.